Brent, thanks for joining us, man.
How you guys doing?
What's your favorite Ike Reese play?
Man, I don't know. I played with that guy.
What's up, B?
How you doing?
Good, man.
So you and Jack on Sunday, where are you guys going to be, Jack?
Come on, man. We're going to be at Saloon 151.
Okay.
In downtown Westchester. The street's still closed, so Gay Street's closed.
Okay.
Which means we can hang out on the street. It's great. It's an awesome atmosphere.
Watch party for the game?
But the Philly Formation watch party, Spike. Everyone calls it
there
that.
you go.
So listen, you can win. The real experience is winning a game day experience with Brent.
Yes,
at the
that
Eagles
is
game.
the real one. Yeah.
The second biggest prize you could win is a home gating party hosted by me. I mean, who wouldn't want to watch an Eagles football game with me?
Yeah, that is the second best. There's definitely a space between the best prize and the second best.
Two Weber grills from National Appliance Warehouse, and you can also win tickets to a future Eagles game. So I don't really know what the excuse is not to come out, frankly.
There you go. So that is Sunday. Name of the bar again?
Saloon 151 in Westchester.
Saloon 151. Brent, were you? How did heat affect you when you played? Were you? Did it bother you? How was the situation when you were playing?
Honestly, it was the hardest thing I dealt with. Heat and humidity was always just tough for me. Cold games, not so much. So I think that this week, the weather in Philly was pretty humid, so I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
From a practice standpoint, being able to get them acclimated for the heat that they're going to see down there, because that's humid down there, and it's never fun to play in.
See, B, not my two guys here, but other people like Elliott Short Parks. They've been saying all week that this thing is a mental thing, and that players, if they're thinking about the heat, then they're already defeated. I've tried to explain to them. Listen, man, you go out there in that heat, you got to wear this equipment. That's extra 20 pounds of equipment you have on. And when you're not used to being in Florida dealing with that heat, it just hits the body differently. I think it drains you. Like it makes you more tired than you really are.
It totally drains you. It drains you quick.
Yeah.
And I think, especially if you come from a cold weather place where you're practicing in 65-degree weather, and then you go to 90-degree humid heat. I think that's tough. Again, I think that our weather up here right now is advantageous to the Eagles because they're able to acclimate themselves to it a little bit, and I think they're going down there early to get even more acclimated. So I think they're doing all the things that they possibly can. Ike, I don't know how you feel, but I was always a pickle juice guy, and that stuff helps so much. So hopefully they got the pickle juice on Sunday.
Yeah, well, something that people don't understand with hydration is not just about water; it is about electrolytes as well. And if you don't balance that, it can be it can be even worse. If you're not doing both those things. Mm-hmm. Brent, when you
got to put that, what is it, the sodium in the electrolytes?
That's basically what it is.
Body,
Put it back in your body.
It's a
you need
good
that
science
balance.
lesson by everyone
there
here.
You go.
Listen, I've cramped up enough to know.
Yeah.
Brent, so you watch that game on Sunday, and we see the first half, which was one of the toughest things to watch from an offense perspective I think I've watched in the last several years as an Eagles fan. And then the second half, which made us feel excellent. When you watch that game, what do you think the biggest difference was between the performance in the second half and the performance in the first half?
It really just comes down to execution.
Yeah.
And, we started to do things offensively, opened up the field, and guys were making plays. But it really comes down to just execution. And I think in the second half, you just saw them start to execute a little bit, and then they fed off of it. The offense was playing better. The defense was playing better. Special teams was doing better, obviously. And I think, for a team, every year is different. Regardless of the fact that they won the Super Bowl last year, this is a new team, and this team has to prove themselves to each other. And so when you have a team that is down by what they were down and no one gave them a chance, and they just stayed in there, and they just kept going and kept grinding and kept saying, we have a chance, and ultimately end up winning the game, I think it's just so good for the psyche of the football team because you don't know if you can do it until you do it. And so they proved it to themselves that they're not out of any game, and just keep going, keep fighting, and you never know what can happen.
That's one of the things that we have Jordan Mailata on every week. One of the things that he keeps saying is not the plays. I'm telling you, it's us. It's us, and it's really hard, I think, for most of us when we're watching. We can see when somebody overthrows somebody else. We can see when somebody fumbles, but the execution overall, there's so much going on at once to know who isn't doing the job that they're supposed to do is really tough, I think, watching it. And just we need to play better and we need to execute is something that is hard to swallow when we want an easy answer, right? We want it to be, just throw more or run more, when it really sometimes is just about playing better.
Exactly. And I mean, it takes 11 guys on every single play. If every single play, one guy is just getting beat and it's a separate guy every single time, ultimately be like, I played a pretty good game, but it was just not us all screwing up on one play. It was one person screwing up on every single play, and it sets you back. And so it really does come down to the execution of every single guy. And when you start getting that together, and they start rolling, it's a good feeling. But it is demoralizing sometimes when it's just like, oh man, if we had just blocked that one guy, if we had just done this one thing, and those things pile up, and then you end up with the first half like that.
Brent Celek with us. Brent, you mentioned every year is different, and last year was such a run-heavy year, and the Eagles were we run, and when the other team loads up to try to stop the run, we're able to pass. Is it possible that this year, given the focus on the run game, might have to go a little bit the other way for a little while to maybe get some of that attention off of Saquon, where you're passing to set up the run instead of running to set up the pass?
I mean, that's a tough question because the defense can come out and, this week they could come out and zero blitz us every single play to start the game. And so it can change your strategy a little bit. I think we're a great running football team. I think we're a great passing football team. I think we have ability to do pretty much everything. And I think that's good as a fan. Like we know we're a talented football team. It just, again, it comes down to going out there and executing on every single play. So there's multiple ways you can win a game. It doesn't have to just be running. It doesn't have to just be throwing. Sometimes it can end up that way, but every game is different. You just have to have the ability to be able to do whatever the opposite of what the defense is doing, to take away. So.
All right, Brent. We appreciate you calling in today. Again, Sunday, Jack, once again, I forgot the friggin' name.
Saloon 151. We'll
Saloon
watch the Birds game together. Have a great
Westchester.
time. Enjoy Miller Lite and Jameson.
Yes. And it'll be
my hometown of Westchester.
Oh,
come on out.
Oh, you live in Westchester.
My hometown of Westchester.
Oh,
let's take it down.
Wow.
Come on. Cincinnati's fine.
Speaking of hometown, let's go Reds, Brent. Let's go Reds.
Yeah. I wish I was a baseball fan. I'm not.
Damn.
Oh, wow. You're from Cincinnati. You're not a baseball fan?
Don't ever say it again.
Come on, man. All right, Brent.
When I was growing up, it was a slow game. Now they got the pitch count. It's way better. I'm starting to like it more.
It's thinking man's game. Come on, Brent. Yeah. We'll get you to like baseball. You'll get old enough where you'll like it. I promise eventually. All right, Brent.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you joining us, brother.
Yep.
Thanks.
There he is, Brent Celek. You can join him and Jack at Saloon 151 in Westchester during the game on Sunday.